Crystal Giesbrecht is with Sask, the group that conducted this study on intimate partner violence in the workplace in Saskatchewan. Crystal, what were you hoping to learn from this investigation and this study?
Well, we wanted to see if the situation in Saskatchewan was similar to what's been found in other jurisdictions and across Canada. And we also wanted to find out how specifically intimate partner violence is impacting workers in Saskatchewan and what we can do about it.
So what were some of your key findings?
Some of the key findings were that many of our survey and focus group and interview respondents had experienced intimate partner violence, and in all those cases, actually in 83% of the cases, it's coming to work. And people are impacted in their workplaces in a number of ways. So that was one of the key findings, and other key findings were the ways in which it impacts people in their workplaces and situations that people shared with us where they haven't been supported, maybe they've lost jobs because of the intimate partner violence, and people shared with us what they thought could be done. And there's some real simple solutions, I think.
Tell us about those. What are those solutions?
Well, we could follow models that have happened in other provinces in terms of legislation. So Ontario has legislation that says if an employer is aware or ought to reasonably be aware that an employee is experiencing domestic violence, they have a duty to do something about it and to keep that worker safe. And after that legislation, workplaces were required to put in place policies and also training programs to make sure that employees knew what was in the policy. So I think that's something that could really help, because right now our organization is doing training with workplaces in different sectors across the province, and that's great. But I think by legislating it, we would make sure we get that out to all workers, including casual and part-time workers. Other jurisdictions have also put into place workplace leaves, so that's something that can help. Sometimes even a couple days off to attend court or to move is a really big deal, and that's something that can help someone to keep safe and do what they need to do. So I think those things are important. But overall, if I can see one thing, what I think the survivors and the workers who participated in the study were calling for most of all is more awareness and training and education in workplaces. If people can get information from their workplace, that's a safe place where they can access the information, maybe they can talk to somebody, and that for many people, work and home is all. So that's a key place where we can actually reach people.
Support is so key, and one of the things that stood out for me in this study was that often in a workplace, coworkers would identify that they did feel that someone was being abused, but they didn't do anything about it. Half of people said, yes, I knew someone was being abused, but only 13% said, yes, I'm going to say something. How do we change that?
I think policy can go a long way, because people are nervous. They're afraid, what if I say something and I upset them, or I do the wrong thing, or they don't know how to respond. So number one, if we offer training and education, a basic level, even a short presentation to all workers in all workplaces, they'll have the confidence to know that they can say something and they can respond. And policies help, because sometimes people are afraid, they don't want to intervene, they're worried they'll maybe get in trouble, or But if you can say to someone, okay, based on our policy on intimate partner violence, with what I've observed, what I've seen, I have to talk to the manager, let's go do that together. So that can give people confidence and some steps to follow, rather than feeling like they don't know who to talk to or what they're supposed to do about it.
There's a lot of valuable information in this study. What's next?
Well, I think what we're going to do at PALS is continue delivering the Make It Our Business training. We have a couple trainings coming up in Regina and Saskatoon, so we'll keep offering that to workplaces and to organizations. But I really hope the recommendations will be of use to employers, to companies, and to government and to legislators. So we wanted to get this information out so that as workplaces are examining their own policies and the government is looking at new legislation, hopefully this will help.
Thanks for your time today, Crystal.
Thank you very much.